Hey everybody, it's Edward and welcome back to Shining Song Starnova. Last time everything went to shit. Murphy just took a hold of our throats, squeezed hard, and began to strangle the life out. I guess we'll just see how much worse it can get. Oh god. And then it got worse. I kept typing away on my computer. I really was burning the midnight oil now. But I couldn't afford to rest. Not when everyone else was giving it their all. Suddenly my computer stopped responding. I clicked the mouse a few times and tapped the keyboard. No feedback. I threw my hands into the air. Shit! I couldn't believe it. My computer froze. That is quite the interesting little juxtaposition there. All the rest of the girls, all of their problems, the shit that they're all going through. Be it in their heads, be it, far more pressing than just psychological concerns. And all he has to deal with is the fact that his computer froze. I was expecting for a moment that maybe it would at least be something, as bad as like the system crashed and they lost a bunch of important files or something. But no, it just froze. And yeah, I suppose I appreciate the kind of contrast there. It's interesting. It's It's like a hammer. Oh boy. It was finally the day of the live. Despite having stayed late to work, I practically jumped out of my futon when my alarm went off. My body was on high alert. Today was a day. And how is everything gonna go wrong today from yesterday? I rushed to the office, my heart was already pounding. Oh, morning, producer-san. As expected of our busybody full only, Hakia beat me to the office. It's going to be kind of interesting to see, now that we've glimpsed a bit more into their personal lives, especially some of the ones we haven't really seen too much further into, or seen too much more of, apart from the little glimpses we've gotten by dealing with them. How his, how the main character's internal dialogue, or dialogue, and his impressions of them conflicts with the reality of their situations. Yeah. As expected of our busybody full only, Akia beat me to the office. Good morning. Ready for the big day? Of course I am. I don't know about the others, though. It's still early. They should be here in a moment. Just as I said that, the door opened. Oh, good morning. Good morning. Listen to this, producer-san. You wouldn't believe what happened last night. I got hassled by these super annoying guys. There were like 8 of them all surrounding me. Boy, that seems real shady as well. You think they could have been the Yakuza? Well, they just seemed like garden variety losers to me. It was annoying as hell to get away from them. They kept following me for at least 10 minutes. Oh, there's also that, seeing how the individual characters' impressions of each other differs from the reality. But I am hoping that is all that happened. Oh, shit. I am hoping that is all that happened. I really am hoping. Just because Julie dresses like a super bitch, he attracts that kind of attention. Yeah, shut your brat trap shit, lolly. Well, I'm glad you managed to get away from them. Remember, you're an idol now, so you need to be more careful of guys trying to pick you up on the streets. Just one suggestive photo is all it takes to get the rumor mill started. The paparazzi's had to sell gossip, not report the truth. I mean, I understand you're looking at this from a business concern, but you should also be a bit more concerned about her general safety as opposed to... Oh, never mind. So that's what you're worried about. Alright, I hear you. Saw me walk through the door. Oh. Good morning. It's a bright and sunny day today, isn't it? Hope that makes a lot of people come to life. The 3 girls sat down to the sofa and talked amongst themselves. So far, so good, but where were the other 4 girls? I looked at the clock. It was now 8 a.m. I wonder why they were running late. Just then, Nemu walked through the door. I apologize for my tardy appearance, Producer-san. Don't worry, not everyone's here yet anyways. Did something happen? Well, just the usual family argument. Please don't worry too much, Producer-san. Surely these sorts of disagreements occur in every family. In any matter, my parents have permitted me to participate in the live, so there should be no further complications. Alright? But where are the others? By the way, Nemu opened the door again, revealing a white strand of hair hiding behind the edge of the doorframe. Mika-chan, I found you. Yeah, she's still terrified. Mika pulled her head back and attempted to make a run for it. Nemu grabbed a hold of her and plopped her down into the office. Mika crumbled to all fours and crawled behind the sofa, her head buried in her hands. Mika, what's the matter? As I suspected, being an idol in front of a live audience is too big a task for someone like myself. The darkness is where I belong, specifically the cozy darkness of an 8-tatami apartment with the curtains firmly shut. Producer-san, this is beyond my abilities. I'm sorry, but a human failure such as myself cannot be expected to sing and dance like an idol. In truth, I was just a human failure all this time. Always really, really hurts to see someone have so little faith in their abilities. I can understand being anxious about, a performance in front of others. Even if I've never had to do anything in front of a whole lot of people. Even just small amounts freaked me out, but couple the fact they're probably going to be performing in front of a really large audience, and compound that with, her anxieties and her poor self-image. Ugh. Like, Mika, it's totally normal to get nervous before a live. Get a hold of yourself. I knelt down and tried to coax Mika into returning to normal. Mika, you practiced hard for this. Besides, a human failure would have never even managed to come this far. Mika's eyes lit up with tears as she looked at me. Oh god, no. Oh. She crawled into my lap and bawled into my chest. Mika-chan. I awkwardly patted the back of her head. You can shut up. Aki knelt down and gripped Mika's shoulders. Okay, if you're gonna try and give her a pep talk, quote unquote, that's a little different. Just don't overdo it. Okay, see, that's fine. Tough love? Gentle love. There you go.
私たちはみんな
Oh no.
おっす。
Yep, there you go. Maria swaggered in, barely keeping her balance. I stood in shock at her messy appearance. Her hair was a wild mess and her clothes were almost dangling off her. Well, Maria!
シッあんた酒臭い昨日ちゃんと風呂に入ったの
何言ってんだ？匂いなんか全然してないじゃん。それよりこのクソライブをバーッとやってアイドルになろうぜ。
In your condition, you're rocking so hard, I'm surprised you didn't just rock right over onto the floor.
それしか何も残ってねえからな。
Oh boy. Maria lost her balance and swayed into a whiteboard. Close enough. Forget that. How are you playing the dance in that condition? Besides, you know how you spent the night under a bridge.
うるさいわね。こんな状態でのライブは初めてじゃないって。あんたは青臭いね。いつものことよ。水持ってきて。すぐ治るから。
Asami ran into the break room and prepared a jug of water as the rest of the girls murmured. So far, we had Mika trembling on the floor and Maria leaning against the whiteboard in a drunken stupor. Oh shit. On top of that, weren't we still missing someone? I reached for my cell and checked to check what was going on. I saw a message from Natan. Sorry, Pikun. I'm at the hospital right now. Got into an accident at work. But what? My eyes widened in shock as I pressed my cell against my face to double check that I was reading a message right. Everyone, Natan's been hurt in an accident. Yeah, there you go. I'm going to the hospital to check the situation. Yeah, but me too.
マジで
Boy, you think we're just gonna sit here after telling us that? Come on, let's go. Yeah. Well, some solidarity at least. The seven of us rushed to the hospital. Maria still looking like a woman of a profession better left unmentioned. We went to the reception desk and found the ward when Natan had been admitted. In a panic, all of us packed into the elevator and marched to the halls of the hospital, our hearts pounding. Natan was always so cheerful. She was without a doubt the mood maker of the team and the most energetic out of all the girls. What if something terrible had happened to her? What if... Producer-san, I clenched my jaw despite the overwhelming fear in my heart. I was everyone's producer. No matter what happened, I had to be the bastion the girls could rely on. We arrived in Natan's room. With a deep breath, I opened the door, my blood pounding. A row of beds extended through the room, and in one of the beds was... Natan. We saw a figure wrapped from head to toe in a thick white cast. I'm assuming it's the guy who, you know, covered her. Sami collapsed by the bedside, tears running from her eyes. What could possibly have happened? How did things turn out this way? Mika's eyes lost focus and she crumpled to her knees, knocked out cold from shock. She was always so happy for something like this to happen.
なんでやねん
Of course, that's the line they would go with. Eh? Well, better my butt. What in tarnation's going on here? We were supposed to live have our life today, but she just had to die before she could accomplish her dreams. Dead? Who's dead? Natan's ghost?
あんたバカ
As if you moron. It's obviously Natan's still alive. Besides, if she was in a body cast, how the hell would she even send a message to the producer?
いや
I don't know what's going on here. I rubbed my hand on my brow. Oh, what a mess. All right, girls, let's get out of here. We're disturbing their patients. We returned to the hallway. How are you feeling, Natan?
いや
There was a bit of a mishap at the construction site last night, but unfortunately no one was hurt too bad. I just scraped my knees a bit, that's all. Sure enough, Natan's knees are wrapped in bandages.
平気平気
But don't worry, I am broke nothing, so I can still dance fine. And the bandages will be covered up with thigh highs anyway, so no one will even notice. Are you sure you're okay? How deep is the injury? I'm fine. Just a little playground scrape. Not gonna be a bother.
よかった
Thank goodness Natan's safe.
まったく
Would have been a big deal if you hurt yourself with alive. Be careful. Julie slapped Mika's cheek until she jerked back awake. Oi, wake up. Natan's fine. Natan.
ヤッホー
I'm right here. Did I expect your fallen karma to materialize?
あんたバカ
Like I said, Natan doesn't have a ghost. I need water. The crisis is averted, and Maria was now bent over, the color of paper. Cold beads of sweat began to drip down her temple. Hada? Wow, look at the time. Upon naming his words, I suddenly realized he's already almost past noon. Ah, we're gonna be late for the dress rehearsal. Come on, everyone, let's go.
全力で行く
Yeah, sure.
でーやっべ
Hey guys, wait! No time. We can't miss our first live. But, Mika-chan, let's go. Yeah. Masami grabbed Mika's hand and pulled her away before Mika could protest. The rest of us took off to the live house as well. In all my time as a producer, I'd never met a more unreliable group of talents. But they were my girls. I just had to deal with it. This is just my life now. The life of an idol producer. Cue the intro. We somehow managed to arrive at the live house in time for the rehearsal. I had already gotten everything delivered here the other day. The girls quickly donned their uniforms and did their makeup. I can't believe it. Oh, your hair is a mess. Julie shook her head as she straightened Maria's hair with an iron. She leaned to Maria's neck and gave it a sniff. It smells like shit. Maria was hunched forward, barely clinging on to the remaining strands of her consciousness. I didn't... Okay. Are you really going to be able to perform like this? Shut up.
アイドルをなめんな
Don't underestimate an idol. Famous last words. The zombie burst into the room bearing an armful of water bottles. Here. Thanks. Maria grabbed water and chugged it down. This is gonna get worse before it gets
なかな
better.
か治らないな
Then why the hell did you drink so much for the day before the live?
しょうがねえじゃん仕事をクビにされたんだから
It's one way of putting it, yes.
もうゴミみたいな人生はごめんだいつまでも他人にヘラヘラして尻まで触られるのはよもうやだやってやるよアイドル
You gotta find your brother, that's at least for certain.
私は絶対に
There you go. Maria suddenly gripped her mouth. Ugh. Everyone backed away as Maria's chest heaved. Please don't. Please don't. Maria gulped her vomit down, her teeth clenched, sweat pouring down her face.
絶対にアイドルになるんだから死んでも
Even if that's the last thing I'm gonna do. Okay, well now what are you gonna do?
ゲロを飲み込むシーンがなければもっとかっこよく見えたのにね
黙れクソロリ
We somehow managed to get through the rehearsals. Now it was time for the real thing. We were singing 2 songs, a cover and our debut song. By pro standards, 2 songs were nothing, hardly even a mini-live, but I looked over to the girls. Sasami looked over the others with worry. Maria was in her usual sour mood, the alcohol just beginning to wear off. Mika was kneeling on the floor, her eyes clenched shut and rubbing her palms together high in the air, as if praying to the idol gods for mercy. Natan looked completely oblivious to their stress and happily chomped on a yakisoba bread. Nemu had her usual ditzy smile, but we could all feel the dangerous aura lurking below. Julie had nothing but a confident smirk, but I could tell her lips were trembling. Aki merely waited for the moment the curtains raised, her arms crossed and eyes closed. Everyone, it's time. Shall we do a cheer? The girls gathered together into a star, their arms around each other's shoulders.